Oh my god, it honestly feels unreal. In just a single day, Tesla dropped not one, but two massive updates about the Optimus robot, and the entire tech world immediately froze. This is something we are not used to seeing from Tesla. For years, Tesla followed a very predictable rhythm. A major Optimus update would come every 2 or 3 months, sometimes even longer. The last meaningful milestone we saw was almost 2 months ago, and most people expected silence for a while. Instead, Tesla shattered its own pattern and delivered back-to-back announcements within just 24 hours. That alone tells us something big is changing behind the scenes. And today's video is all about breaking down exactly what those two upgrades are, why they matter, and how they push Optimus Gen 3 far beyond every other humanoid robot on Earth right now. Stick with us, because near the end of this story, there's a revelation that completely shocked the tech community, and honestly made a lot of people uncomfortable. Elon Musk believes that within the next 10 to 20 years, at least 5 traditional human jobs will become optional, not eliminated, but optional. He also says humanoid robots could create a surplus economy so powerful that money itself may slowly lose its meaning. That sounds crazy, but after what Tesla just showed, it doesn't feel impossible anymore. Before we go deeper, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. This, not hype, not clickbait, just the future unfolding in real time. Trust us, the next updates are coming fast. The first update instantly sets social media on fire. Optimus can now run. And no, this isn't the stiff, awkward, Frankenstein-style jogging we've seen from humanoid robots in the past. This is smooth, balanced, human-like running. The stride looks natural. The arms swing in coordination. The posture stays stable even at speed. People watching the footage didn't laugh or cringe. They paused the video and said, "Wait, that looks real." Just a few months ago, Optimus was still carefully learning how to walk without wobbling. Now Tesla is calling this a new performance record. Running might seem like a simple upgrade, but in robotics, it's a massive leap. Walking is already hard. Running multiplies the difficulty. Balance, momentum, joint stress, energy efficiency, and real-time control all become exponentially more complex. Yet here we are. Optimus running confidently, smoothly, and without hesitation. But this also raises an interesting question that people immediately started asking online. In a long-distance race, could a human still beat Optimus? Based on current numbers, Optimus uses a battery around 2.3 kilowatt-hours, consuming roughly 700 watts while running. That gives it a continuous run time of a little over 3.5 hours, translating to more than 20 miles. If you're an average runner doing about 6 miles per hour, you could theoretically outlast it. Eventually, Optimus would stop, not because it's tired, but because the battery is empty. Humans still have that edge for now. But real life doesn't usually look like a marathon. Picture something far more relatable. You're late for work. The bus is pulling away. Normally, you'd sprint, dodge through people, maybe catch up at the next red light. But with Optimus Gen 3, that advantage is fading. This robot doesn't just run. It analyzes traffic patterns in real time. It predicts where the bus will stop next. It chooses the fastest possible route instantly. While you're gasping for air halfway up the hill, Optimus is already waiting calmly at the next stop. If this development continues, it's not hard to imagine Optimus integrating with smart traffic systems, robo-taxis, or even public transport controls. When that happens, the little human tricks we rely on every day, rushing, improvising, squeezing through gaps, might stop working. And sure, you could always jump into a car to escape. But remember, Tesla cars are also robots. And one day, Optimus may drive better than any human ever could. That leads to an uncomfortable thought. If robots keep improving at this pace, will there come a day when humans actually have to run away from the machines we built? It sounds dramatic, but technological history shows that progress doesn't slow down for comfort. Still, from a purely technical standpoint, achieving around 9 miles per kilowatt-hour in a humanoid robot is an astonishing milestone. And running isn't just about speed. It's about saving lives. In emergency response, Firefighting, disaster zones, and rescue missions, seconds matter. A robot that can run, keep balance, adapt to unstable terrain, and operate without fear could deliver medical supplies, pull victims from danger, or enter areas too risky for humans. In factories, a running robot could move instantly between zones, respond to urgent problems, and keep production flowing without delay. In everyday life, Optimus could become a fitness partner, a helper for elderly people, or someone who never misses an urgent errand. In entertainment, imagine robots performing complex choreography, live shows, or precision stunts that demand perfect timing and balance. But for all of that to matter, Optimus needs more than fast legs. It needs hands that can truly replace human hands. And that brings us to the second update, the one that might actually be even more important than running. At the NER 2025 conference in San Diego, Tesla quietly showed the next generation of the Optimus hand. Thanks to footage shared by Rick Burden, we finally got a clear look. And what we saw stunned robotics experts. This isn't just an improvement. It's a completely different level. The new hand has 22 degrees of freedom in the fingers alone, plus 3 more in the wrist and forearm. That's nearly identical to the 27 degrees of freedom in a real human hand. What does that mean in real life? It means Optimus can now handle tasks requiring extreme precision. Catching a tennis ball. Folding clothes cleanly. Handling tiny components. Playing musical instruments. And yes, that last one is far more important than it sounds. Playing a musical instrument is one of the hardest tests for any humanoid robot. Take an electric guitar. You need to press strings precisely within millimeters. Apply the exact pressure. Perform bends, hammer-ons, pull-offs. Control noise. Strike strings at the right angle and force. Switch between soft jazz picking and aggressive high-speed shredding instantly. If one day Optimus can play guitar like Jimi Hendrix, David Gilmour, or Eddie Van Halen, we won't just say it plays music, we'll say it understands art. What truly separates Optimus from other robots is Tesla's design philosophy. Instead of bulky motors, Tesla uses tendon-driven actuation inspired by human muscles. Combined with advanced tactile sensors, durability, and repeatable precision, this design allows real work, not lab demos. Boston Dynamics Atlas still relies on simple grippers. Many Chinese labs showcase insanely complex hands that are impossible to mass-produce. Tesla chose a different path. They built a hand that works with a full-body AI system trained on massive real-world data. Data collected from billions of miles driven by Tesla vehicles globally. No other robotics company has this advantage. Optimus doesn't just move correctly. It understands the physical world. And Tesla isn't just building a robot. They're building a product. They know how to manufacture at scale. They know how to drive costs down. They know how to optimize production better than almost anyone. That's why the estimated price of Optimus is around $20,000. Not cheap, but not insane either. About the price of a large motorcycle in the US. Elon Musk believes Optimus could be the biggest product in human history, even bigger than the smartphone. And he went further. He said Optimus could one day become a von Neumann probe, a robot capable of building another robot. That robot builds another. And another. An endless chain. If that happens, productivity explodes. Factories run without humans. Resources become abundant. And society changes forever. If robots can build robots, then the idea of scarcity starts to break down. Elon Musk believes that once humanoid robots like Optimus reach full maturity, global productivity won't just increase, it will explode. Factories could operate 24 hours a day without fatigue. Construction could continue without delays. Agriculture could become fully automated. Goods could be produced faster and cheaper than ever before. And when production becomes almost limitless, the entire concept of money begins to change. That's why Musk says that within the next 10 to 20 years, at least 5 traditional jobs will become optional. Not forced out overnight, but optional. Work won't disappear, but the need to work just to survive could fade. He compares it to growing vegetables at home. You can do it if you enjoy it, but you don't have to. This idea sounds radical, but it's deeply connected to what Optimus represents: a worker that never sleeps, never complains, never asks for vacation, and never gets injured. Many people immediately ask the same question: are robots going to take our jobs? Not long ago, this question sounded like science fiction. Something far away. Something we'd worry about later. But that changed when Elon Musk posted on X last month saying, AI and robots will replace all human jobs. Work will be optional, like growing your own vegetables instead of buying them from the store. That single sentence hit people like a shockwave. It wasn't said as a joke. It wasn't framed as speculation. It sounded like a prediction. The truth is, most humanoid robots today are not anywhere near that level. They are heavy, clumsy, fragile, and often collapse after a few hours because their batteries and joints can't handle real work. Many are designed to look impressive on stage, not to survive daily use. They wobble. They fall. They require carefully controlled environments. In many cases, they are prototypes built for attention, not for usefulness. Optimus is different. It doesn't rely on flashy tricks. It focuses on practicality, balanced motion, efficient power use, human-compatible design. That's why after Tesla's recent shareholder meeting, Optimus instantly became the most talked about robot on the planet. And Elon Musk didn't lower expectations. He raised them aggressively. He said Optimus could become the biggest breakthrough in human history. According to Musk, each Optimus unit could work continuously, day and night. It doesn't need rest. It doesn't need sleep. It doesn't even need breaks if it's plugged in. It can operate indefinitely. That alone makes it potentially 5 times more productive than a human worker. And Musk believes this level of productivity is what could finally eliminate poverty. He hasn't explained every detail of how income distribution would work in such a world, but the core idea is clear. Optimus can become a revenue-generating asset. Imagine owning a robot that transports goods, works in a warehouse, serves customers in a restaurant, or even mixes drinks behind a bar. These aren't ideas anymore. Tesla is already testing Optimus inside real environments, including the Tesla Diner. These are real tasks that generate real value. So when Musk says a $50,000 robot could pay for itself in 2 or 3 years, it doesn't sound insane. It sounds like an investment. And beyond money, Musk sees Optimus as a way to democratize access to high-quality services. Healthcare is a perfect example. He imagines a future where everyone has access to world-class medical assistance, regardless of location or income. What many people don't realize is that Tesla has been preparing for this moment for over a decade. Musk often reminds people that Tesla's electric vehicles are essentially robots on wheels. Think about it. A cybercab is a fully autonomous machine that sees, thinks, navigates, and acts in the physical world. From an engineering standpoint, it's a robot. Every Tesla vehicle already includes the core technologies needed for a humanoid robot. High-density batteries, power electronics, custom motors and actuators, vision-based AI, neural network chips, advanced software, global connectivity, a massive data pipeline. Tesla didn't suddenly decide to build a robot. They've been building robots the entire time. That's why Musk confidently says Tesla is already the largest robot manufacturer in the world. Every car they produce is a robot. Add arms and legs, and suddenly you have Optimus. Still, nothing on Earth matches the human brain and body. Humans are incredibly complex. But Musk is betting billions that Tesla can build a machine so close to human capability that it becomes indistinguishable in everyday tasks. And yes, this is where people start thinking about science fiction nightmares. But flip the perspective. What if a humanoid robot becomes the most helpful personal assistant ever created? Imagine a robot that cooks your breakfast, cleans your home, organizes your life, and takes care of physical tasks as you age. When people reach their 60s or 70s, having a tireless companion like that suddenly sounds less scary and more comforting. Optimus Gen 3 is expected to handle real household duties: cooking, cleaning, laundry, elder care, assistance for people with disabilities. Tasks that competing robots may not master for another decade. But all of this depends on one critical factor: the battery. Early Optimus prototypes carried a modest 2.3 kWh LFP battery. Enough for basic motion, but not real work. Gen 2 improved movement and efficiency, but the battery only grew slightly to about 2.5 kWh. Tesla mainly reduced weight to stretch performance. Elon Musk openly admitted that Gen 2 was never designed for mass production. It was too complex. The yellow Gen 2.5 units we saw later were mostly AI improvements, not hardware leaps. But Gen 3 is different. It's the turning point. Musk says this version will look so human-like that you'll have to touch it to believe it's a robot. This is Tesla's first truly commercial humanoid robot. Gen 3 is expected to perform thousands of tasks, potentially over 3,000 different job functions. From simple chores to advanced professional support. It's trained using Tesla's end-to-end AI system, the same philosophy used in full self-driving. And it's not limited to homes or factories. Musk even envisions Optimus entering hospitals, starting as a surgical assistant. Eventually, perhaps becoming a fully autonomous robotic surgeon. A future where anyone, anywhere, has access to expert-level medical care around the clock. And here's where Optimus truly separates itself from every other humanoid robot. It can use human tools in human environments. This is absolutely critical. Most robots today require the world to be redesigned around them. Special handles, special layouts, special tools. Optimus doesn't. It adapts to the world we already live in. It can open doors, turn doorknobs, hold glasses, fold laundry, pick up toys, use tools made for human hands. Tesla understands one simple truth. Our world is built for people. Any robot that wants to be useful must adapt to us, not the other way around. Tesla also prioritizes reliability over flashy demos. A robot that walks beautifully on stage might fail after folding laundry 10,000 times. A robot that does acrobatics might not survive lifting boxes all day. Tesla focuses on durability, safety, and repetition. Real work. Every day. At scale. So here's the real question. What matters more in a humanoid robot? Looking human, or actually doing human work? Because Optimus Gen 3 is clearly aiming for the second. Before we end, we need to talk about another robot that's been making headlines. The Neo home robot. Neo is being marketed as the most futuristic humanoid robot yet. 5 foot 6 inches tall. About 66 pounds. 4-hour battery life. Self-charging. Designed to live in your home. Folding clothes. Washing dishes. Watering plants. Cleaning. Finding the TV remote. It all sounds perfect. Neo is available for pre-order. You can subscribe for $500 per month or buy it outright for $20,000. All it takes is a $200 refundable deposit. Delivery is promised next year. But no one really knows which year that means. The problem isn't the price. Early technology is expensive. That's normal. The real concern is the gap between what Neo promises and what it can actually do today. According to recent hands-on tests, nearly every task Neo performs is controlled remotely by a human wearing a VR headset. Its true autonomy is under 10%. Only 2 actions were fully autonomous. Opening a door for a guest and taking an empty cup from a user. Everything else was human-controlled. This raises serious questions. Where does the confidence come from? How can such an expensive product be sold as an AI-powered assistant when it relies so heavily on remote control? This kind of hype isn't new. We've seen it with the Humane AI pin, with Rabbit R1, even with early Apple Intelligence demos. Big promises. Limited reality. And this is exactly why Elon Musk's Optimus stands apart. Tesla doesn't sell dreams alone. They build systems. They build data pipelines. They build manufacturing capacity. And most importantly, they build products that actually work. This is why Optimus isn't just another robot. It's a signal. A warning. And a glimpse of a future that's arriving much faster than anyone expected. Welcome to Future Drive.